All right, boys, we are back, and it's time to continue year one with our Washington Capitals. We're almost halfway. Well, we are about halfway. We're almost at the All-Star break of year one, all right? Our first month was pretty bad, but we've actually turned it around since then. So if you're just judging our team based on the second month and on, I'd say we're actually above 500. So the line changes that we made after the second month seem to be working. Now, I wanted to do one more thing before I resume the simulation. I forgot, because remember we were able to get Roman Hammerlick up and send Orlov back down to the minors. I forgot to dress him in the minors, so we want to get that done. And I know you guys were saying that Orlov was leading our defenseman in points when I sent him down to waivers. Hang on, I'll show you why I made that decision. Hang on. Hershey, it doesn't matter who I start. Okay, Orlov is up on the first line. That's what I wanted. Andrew Raycroft. All right, so the reason I wanted Orlov down is because, yeah, he may have had the most points as a defenseman after 2 months, but look at his defensive awareness, look at his defensive category, his physical category, all right? Even though he may score some goals, get some points, him and Cam Barker back there on the third line, two offensive defensemen, I mean, that just wasn't working out. Remember, our big problem was we were allowing way too many goals, and right now, Dmitry Orlov, he's got some good shooting. Maybe not the most accurate. He's pretty quick and he's got decent puck skills, but his defensive and physical is just too weak right now for me, all right? And you know what? Ever since we sent him down, brought Roman Hammerlick back up, again, I think we've been above 500. So I'm going to leave Orlov down in the minors, all right? We're going to go forward with this. Now, what did I say? Yeah, in the last video I was saying that Neuwirth has pretty much declared himself as our starting goalie, all right? Holtby, his stats, he's played less games, and his stats is nowhere near as good as Neuwirth. So what we're going to do now is switch to a 2-loss to 1-loss for the starter to backup, all right? And we're going to reset that right now. I know there was a loss right here. I think Neuwirth was in the net, but we're going to run with him again, all right? So 2 losses for Neuwirth, 1 loss for Holtby, and hopefully come trade deadline we can be in a pretty good spot that I won't have to worry about a playoff run, because again, I don't want to make crazy trades come the trade deadline, but I won't settle for a non-playoff run this year. All right, that if we don't make the playoffs, then I really shit the bed, because I should have just done a 1-year rebuild right off the beginning and then stacked up for year 2. So yeah, there's 1 loss. All right, 2 losses. So, yeah, we have to make the playoffs this year. I'm not saying that we're going to win the cup. I don't see that happening. But once you get into the playoffs, anything can happen. There's 2 losses there for Neuwirth. And especially with Ovechkin, you never know. He could have like 3 or 4 really good games in a row and, win you the series, basically. That's what I'm hoping for. And look at that. Ovechkin's already jumped up to 24 goals. I wanted that by the end. I wanted 25 by the All-Star break. So I guess Louis Eriksson, having him on the right side and having Backstrom in the middle, another goal for Ovechkin. Yeah, he seems to be working really well with Louis Eriksson. So that was a good switch-up. Got those 2 new players at the beginning of the season, Paul Stastny and Louis Eriksson. Didn't know exactly where to put them, but that's why we did the experimental stage, all right? Remember, Louis Eriksson is just as young as Ovechkin, so if this line, if it continues to produce for the rest of the regular season, it may turn into that same thing that we had in Calgary, the Spezza, Kane, Barchesi line, all right? We can go the next 6 years with Ovechkin, Backstrom, and Eriksson up front because we know it works, right? And they're not getting worse. They're all getting better. All right, keep going with Holtby. Holtby just keeps winning. That's the 3rd win in a row for Holtby. All right, keep going, Holtby. I don't care. I mean, we're going to have the 1-loss ratio still. It doesn't matter if he wins some games. I'm still going on a 1-loss ratio. 4 in a row, all right, because statistically, I mean, I can't argue with 4 games in a row, but still, like, simulation can be tricky. It can be lucky sometimes, you know what I mean? Watch it win 5 in a row. Bite me in the ass. Yeah, 5 in a row. Thank you, Holtby. I mean, I appreciate it, but now you're making me contradict myself. And look at Ovechkin. Ever since we put, Eriksson on that first line, he's up to 28 now. I wanted 25 before the All-Star break. He's got 28 before the All-Star break now. He's definitely on pace for a 40-goal season. So I'm very happy with what Ovechkin's been doing lately. Now, we want to do the scout once again. We've already done the WHL, right? Yeah. We've done the WHL. Oh, we just did the OHL. Right. So now to the QMJHL. The Quebec Major Junior Hockey League. All right, 6 weeks. There you go. Very nice. And there's the 1 loss for Holtby going right into the All-Star break. Perfect. So let me switch back to Neuwirth. Excuse me. And you know what? We'll check out Holtby's stats because after those 5 wins, maybe his stats have gotten a little bit better. 24 games played, 12, 7, and 0. All right, so it looks a little bit better. Goals against average, remember it was above 3, I think, before. So those 5 wins in a row or 4 wins in a row really helped him out. His goals against average is below 3 now, 2.86. And save percentage, he actually got it above 900. So, see what I mean? Season is still fairly young. You go on a little bit of a streak, and stats can come right back around, all right? So thank you, Holtby. You did great first, but we're still going with Neuwirth. Because if we make the playoffs, I mean, Neuwirth has got to be our guy. He's got to be. He's got to be. We can't go into the playoffs with a 70-something overall goalie. All right, so Ovechkin actually has 30 goals at the trade deadline. He could. I've had a few on my side GMs. I've had a few 50-goal scorers, right? Usually they're lucky seasons, in my opinion. You know, you'll see, like, you'll have a guy, like, who'll get 35 goals, 40 goals, and then he'll jump up to 50 goals. But then the next season, he'll go back down to 35 goals or 40 goals, you know? And that tells me that it's just lucky. You need a superstar player to have a string of really good games, you know, like maybe like 3 or 4 games where he gets a hat trick, so he just gets a lot of goals in a short amount of period, and that's when you can get your 50-goal seasons. But I've rarely seen any player in any of the side GMs that I've ever done get, 3 seasons back to back with 50-goal seasons, even back-to-back seasons, consecutive 50-goal seasons. You rarely see in this game. All right, so I'm lowering my standards. 50-goal seasons are amazing, but I just need Ovechkin just to get a 40-goal season, and he'll be worth his $9 million. He will be. I'll say it. All right, keep winning. He's only got 1 loss, Neuwirth, after the All-Star break, so just keep going, Neuwirth. Yeah, see, again, boys, I'm not saying it was Dmitry Orlov. I'm not blaming it on him. But ever since we've done that, ever since we did that, the line change and roster move after the 2nd month, all right, back in December, we've definitely turned it around. I mean, we're almost legitimately above 500 now, even with the overtime losses, 26 and 27, basically. So let's see what Holtby can do. He's coming back in here. Let's see what he can do. Comes back with a win, all right? I like it, Holtby. He's getting me a win. If he can get me 2 wins before his loss, Holtby is pulling his fair share, no doubt. No doubt. If Holtby can get 2 wins, then Neuwirth can get 2 wins. All right. There's a loss. Don't worry about it, Holtby. All right, we're going right back to Neuwirth, boys. We're not wasting any time. We're going right back to Neuwirth. I can't afford to have throwaway games now. We need to put our best team out there for as many games as we possibly can. All right, I know you guys are probably thinking, why not just start Neuwirth for the rest of the season? Remember that stat, consistency? Even though injuries are off durability, I still think there might be something in the game that if your goalie starts a lot of games in a row, maybe he gets worse overall. You know what I mean? Because the computers, they still switch to their backup in the simulation. You know, when we go to playoffs, computers still switch their goalies around. So I'm not sold. I'm not saying that I believe in that 100%, but consistency may be an issue when it comes to goaltenders. So it is smart to throw a different goalie in there every now and then just to get him rested up. If that is true, you know. You guys were saying that Leland Irving last time, he had a consistency of 2. So technically, if I think that's what consistency is, technically he could start every single game and it wouldn't affect him, all right? But I don't think these goalies, Neuwirth and Holtby, would have a consistency of 2. It sucks because you can't even check the consistency in the stat screen. You have to go to edit a player and check. It is a stat in this game. It's just you can't see it on the player's roster. Okay, so there's 2 losses for Neuwirth. Let's get Holtby back in there. Did Neuwirth lose 2 in a row after Holtby came in? No, he won. What did he do? Oh, crap, I can't remember. Did Holtby win 2? And, whatever, we're just going to go with him. We'll pretend that's his first loss. I think I messed up there. Whatever, though. Okay, so Ovechkin's an official 30-goal scorer, so that's good. That was the minimum. If Ovechkin wasn't a 30-goal scorer, trade right away. All right. So we got back to 500, boys. 30 and 30, basically, all right? So we still have 22 games remaining on the season. We can definitely make these playoffs. We just need to win a good... 22 games left. I don't know. We need to win like a good 12, 14 games out of those 22 games. We have a lot of overtime losses, so that will help us out. We don't have a lot of regulation losses just yet. If we can just keep winning, if we keep this up, what we're doing since the 2nd month, we'll be fine. No doubt. All right. Go back to Holtby. That's 2 for Neuwirth. Oh, I had Holtby in the whole time. Nah, that's why. God damn, I thought Neuwirth was in the net. My bad, boys. Messed that up. All right, whatever. Neuwirth is back in now. Actually, Holtby got us, he got us 2 wins there anyway, so it doesn't matter. All right, so one more game before the trade deadline. We will reassess our situation, you know what? I think we can get the, yeah, you know what? We'll get the regular season done in this video. I'll have a quick trade deadline. I'm not going to be making any trades. I don't want to trade for draft picks, and I don't want to be trading for any players right now because, again, I don't see us being a huge threat this year in the playoffs, all right? I think we'll make the playoffs because our division is fairly weak. Who's in our division again? It's Washington, Carolina. Yeah, okay, Carolina's in 8th, so they're the next best team. Tampa Bay, yeah. Was it Winnipeg as well? I think Winnipeg and Florida, right? Yeah, it was Florida. So the closest team that can catch us is basically Carolina because we're leading our division. Now, we're only ahead of them by 4, so we could easily lose 3rd place, all right? But the 9th-seeded team, Winnipeg, is 66 points. So, you know, we're actually not that far ahead of 9th-place team, all right? We are leading our division, so that's why it looks like we're in a great spot. But we're actually not. We're only 5 points out from being a non-playoff team. So, we just got to keep winning. I mean, I think our team is doing pretty good right now. Ovechkin looks like he's going to get to 40 goals. Not going to be a 50-goal season, but pretty decent. We'll look at the stats here. Actually, you know what? We'll look at this. Yeah, we got to do I don't know if we're going to finish the season right now. I'll put that on hold, all right? We'll see. We'll see how long the video goes. We're halfway through right now. I'll try to hurry up. Goals against average, we're not up there. Save percentage, we're not up there. Wins, we're not up there. Don't worry about it, goalies. Points. Okay, so since Ovechkin was put on that line with Eriksson, he definitely turned it around. He's now 4th in the NHL for points. So if we had that first line together the whole season, I guarantee you Ovechkin would be pushing Stamkos for the lead in points, all right? Assists, Backstrom is up there with 43. Ribeiro is still up there with 40. So I think Ribeiro is still doing pretty good with that second-line power play. Goals... Stamkos has got 35, but Ovechkin is close behind with 33. So he's not going to be a 50-goal scorer or 60-goal scorer, nothing like that. But he's in the race for the Maurice Richard Trophy, which is the most you can ask for, right? He's competing with the best players in the NHL, so I'm happy for that. All right, Eastern Conference, blah blah blah. All right, so basically, yes, we can be a playoff team, but I'm not making any trades. We already made our trades. We really don't have much more to trade. I could make a trade, use our draft picks for this year to try and bolster our chances, but I'm not going to be doing that, all right? I want to get into this year's offseason and then create our team from there, all right? I want to make some trades in the offseason, some free agent signings for our 3rd and 4th line, all right? So we'll go into the trade deadline. I will look at the trades from other computers, but as of right now, I don't want to make any trades, all right? Our team seems to be turning it around. We seem to be in a playoff position. Again, I could make a blockbuster trade right now, but I don't want to. I want to see what this team can do for us, all right? We'll make our big splashes in the year 2 offseason, and then years 2 to 6 will be our, hopefully our dynasty, all right? Well, maybe not dynasty, but, again, if we're a playoff team this year and we get better by next year, there you go, right then and there. Hopefully our goaltender situation gets a little bit better as well. Yeah, see, no one's even offering us a trade. We don't have anything that we can trade away, basically. And also, when I did my trading block, I think I left it bare at the beginning of the season. That's fine. All right, we didn't need any trades. I didn't want any trades. I didn't want to give up any draft picks. We already traded away basically all of our trading assets for Stastny and Eriksson. I didn't want to give up any of our starters. All right, so we're just going to go with the team that we have right now. All right, Neuwirth is still in the net. Let's just keep rolling with it. Ovechkin, I need you to have 40 goals by the end of the season. You need to have a really good end here so that we can guarantee ourselves a playoff spot. Now, we've already done the forwards. We don't need any defensemen. I don't want to draft a defenseman. I want to draft a forward in this team right away. All right. So, McKinnon, let's see if there's any Finns or Swedes out there who have pretty good potential. Price, no. Russia. Scandinavia's got a few 4-star guys. Let's get that because, remember, it doesn't look like we're going to have a top 5 pick this year. It looks like we're going to have, a bottom 16 pick. So the 4-star players, if I can grab one of them in the late first round, that would be good. 4-star players are pretty good, high 80s, if you develop them well. All right, so hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6... 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. 18 games remaining. All right. We already have 33 wins. If we can get to, I don't know, if we can win like 10 of those games, we're pushing a playoff spot because we already have the 7 overtime losses. So yeah, if we can just win 10 of the last 18 games, 10 regulation wins, I'd say we got a playoff spot. All right. Yeah, because that will only have 32 regulation losses at most, if that's no overtime losses. Get out of here! Trying to do a recording. God damn it. All right, let's keep going here. What is that? Oh, regulation loss. Don't worry about it, Neuwirth. You're our man. You're going to get us into the playoffs here. I know it. I can feel it. You're getting us into the playoffs. All right, come on now. And Ovechkin, I need you to have 40 goals. Come on. Oh, my God, another loss. Oh, my God, back-to-back 2-1 losses, and they were both regulation losses. God damn, that hurts. 2 losses. We're going back to Holtby. Maybe Holtby can inject some confidence into our team. Remember, he was a playoff performer last year, so maybe he performs the best at this time of the year. I could use it, Holtby. I could use it. We can't go on a losing streak. Oh, my God. There's another loss. Come on, boys. This is not the time of the year to go on a losing streak. All right, right there, we just had 3 regulation losses in a row. Give me a break. Come on. All right? I mean, all we have to do is win 10 of the last 15 games. Come on, man. You guys are digging yourselves big holes here. Just keep going. We need points. Ovechkin, I need goals from you, man. Those games that we lost 2-1, those could have been games that you could have at least got us to overtime. And another regulation loss. Oh, my God. I got to run with Neuwirth. I can't trust Holtby now. We got to put our best goalie out there. Come on, we need some wins, man. We can't have this kind of bad end of the season. Come on. Oh, my God. No, that was an overtime loss. All right, fair enough. And there you go. There's a win. All right. Keep going. Come on. Ovechkin, you're stuck on 37. Let's go. I need you to jump up to 40, 45. Oh, my God. Where's our goal scoring gone now? Oh, my God. It's not looking good, boys. It's not looking good. We have to hope that the other teams in our division are shitting the bed as well. Let's see. Oh, my God. Carolina's taking us over. They're only 2 points ahead of us. So, my God. Our destiny is still in our hands, all right? We just need to win more games than the Montreal Canadiens and Pittsburgh Penguins. Come on, man. You guys can still turn this around. We've lost a few games. It's time to turn it around. Ovechkin. Oh, my God. Another 1-goal regulation loss. Come on, boys. And that was against the Winnipeg Jets. Let's go. 29 losses already. Oh, my God. This has been a horrible post-trade deadline stretch here. There's another win. Come on, we need to string a few wins in a row here. We need to get to at least 40 wins. Oh, my God. There's another regulate. This is ridiculous. Oh, my God. Jesus Christ. Why right now? Why right now? You guys were doing so good in the middle of the season, all right? I didn't need to change the team at all. And all of a sudden, at the worst possible time, you guys start to lose. Come on, man. This is exactly why I want to make any trades at the trade deadline, because if this happened and I made a trade, I would have looked even more stupid. There's another regulation loss. This is not looking good, boys. I don't think we're going to make the playoffs here. We can only get to 42 wins now. So I mean, it's pushing it even if we run the table. Come on, we got to keep winning games here. It's like the only way we can win now, I think, is if we win our division, because yeah, we're pushing losses here. There's a regulation loss. Oh my God. No, that was a regulation loss. Let's see, 4 more games. Let's see how it's looking. We are down in 11th. Carolina is only 2 points ahead of us. All right, in 3rd spot. So let's see, is there anybody else? Yeah. So Winnipeg is ahead of us by 1, and Carolina is ahead of us by 2. So we can still make our division and end up in 3rd, all right? So we have to win these games. Come on, Ovechkin, all right? I mean, I know you got 43. I know you're doing great for us, all right? But I need you to just step it up and have an amazing end of the season. And Neuwirth, I need you too, all right? I need you. If Neuwirth loses this game, I'm going back to Holtby, all right? If Neuwirth loses this game, I'm going to Holtby. It's against the Jersey Devils. They're 31-40-6. Come on. Oh, my God, we lose 5-2. Holtby, I need you. I need you, Holtby. I need Holtby. I need him right now. Holtby, get in the friggin' net. All right, we got to turn this season around right now. Come on, man. We've got to win this game against the Pittsburgh Penguins. We've got to win this game against the Pittsburgh Penguins. It's all on the line right now. Come on, it's all on the line right now. Against Sid the Kid against Ovechkin. There you go, Ovechkin. He got up to, I think he got 2 goals that game, or 3 goals maybe. I forget what he got the last game. All right, so we're way below friggin' 500 now. We can make the playoffs and maybe be below 500. All right, come on. We've already had enough losses. Okay, we're back in 3rd right now. All right. And it looks like we actually have the season series against Carolina, because we're tied with 85 points, but we're ahead of them. All right, and look at this. We got a game right here, the second last game of the season against Carolina. This is a freaking huge game. It's so big that we're going to do a regular simulation, all right? Holtby's in the net. He got us the win against Pittsburgh. Holtby, we need you, man. We need you. All right, 2 teams fighting for their playoff lives. Come on, Ovechkin. I need you to step it up. Captain. Yes! Alexander the Great. All right, that's only 1. Come on now. We need another one. We need another one, boys. Come on, that run and gun offense. We need to score goals. Yes, Louis Eriksson, that first line. There you go. All right. Power play for them. Good job, boys. Second period. Come on. Yes, Jason Chimera on the fourth line. Big. All right, come on. Ooh, they got one. Samson, I didn't like that, but we still have the 2-goal lead. Come on, let's get to the end of the second period with 2 goals. Let's get to the end of the second with 2 goals. Power play for us? Oh, that would have been nice, but it didn't happen. All right, Hope, you got the routine. I don't know if Hope can hold the routine down. Let's see, 2 penalty kills. Good job, boys. Come on, 10 minutes left. I could use a dagger. Yes! Wolski! Dagger! All right, we're not in the playoffs just yet, but that was a big game. That was a big game against the Carolina Hurricanes. Now remember, when we were tied with the Hurricanes, we still led them. So I think that even if we lose the last game, if they only have one more game, even if they win it, I think we're in the playoffs. And Braden Holtby, he comes around at the end of the season. He's really helping out our team. All right, looking really good for us now. Ovechkin's up to 47 goals, so he's definitely turned it around ever since Louis Eriksson's been put on there. All right, and let's see these stats here. We are in third with 87 points. Winnipeg is 86, though. So the Winnipeg Jets can still catch us. If we lose and Winnipeg wins, if they have one more game, then they will overtake us with 89, all right? And we won't make the playoffs. With 88. And we won't make the playoffs because Montreal is in 8th with 91. So I don't know if the season series is better for us. If we get a tie here, then we... if they win and we tie, then we'll both have, 88 points? But they could beat us like that, all right? So, again, our destiny is in our own hands. If we can beat the Tampa Bay Lightning, we're in the playoffs, all right? So, come on, Ovechkin. Oh, Steven Stamkos. He gets a quick one against Holtby. Come on, we need you guys to step it up. We need to tie this game before the second period. We need to at least get into overtime, all right? We need to get at least a point. Yes, there it is. Mike Green, all right? Assistant captain Mike Green. Power play for them. Come on, boys. Killed off. Good job. All right, we need some more shots. Come on, Louis Eriksson, Paul Stastny, Alexander Ovechkin, Backstrom, Ribeiro, Brooks Like, I need you guys. Johansson, I need you guys. Come on, somebody step up. Third period. Come on, just try to... What? Ah, no! Steven Stamkos, I was going to say, just try to get to overtime. We need a tire. We need a tire. We need a tying goal. Power play, please. No. No. Oh, my God. We lost in regulation. All right, so a lot of things could happen here. If Winnipeg has the advantage in the season series and they get a tie, then they're in the playoffs and we're not. If Winnipeg won their game, they're in the playoffs and we're not. All right? But maybe they got a tie or an overtime loss and we have the season series, so we'll be in. Or they just lost outright and we'll be in, all right? So let's see. Let's see. I don't know if it'll already simulate their games, but let's see. Eastern Conference. Yes, we're in third. Wait, Winnipeg. All right, so Winnipeg still is 86. So it could just be that the Winnipeg Jets game has not been simulated just yet, all right? So let's just see. Let's simulate it up one more day, and let's see if we're in the playoffs. If we're in, we're going to have home ice advantage against the Pittsburgh Penguins, all right, who have 94 points. Come on, boys. Come on. Did we make the playoffs? 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 Please make the... Oh, no. Oh, it might not have made it. Hang on. It's still in the season. Let's see if Winnipeg is there. Washington! All right, Winnipeg is still is 86. They might have lost their last game. Let's see. Simulate up. Come on. Playoffs. Playoffs! Yes! Oh, we made it into the playoffs. Thank God. I told you I wanted at least 38 wins this season. You ended up with 39. We made the playoffs, and we have home ice advantage, even though we were below 500. 39 and what? 43. All right, so this video is going pretty long. Let's do a season wrap-up here. Let's just do a stats, team standings. All right. My God, what a season, boys. We actually, if you just go off of points, we were 18th in the NHL, but we get third place in the Eastern Conference. Man, the divisions are messed up sometimes, especially if this happens. Goals for per game, 8th in the NHL, 2.82, which is not the greatest, but it's good enough. Goals against per game, 19th, so it definitely got better, all right, but it wasn't the greatest. Power play percentage. So our power play is still clicking. It's above 20%, which is great. Penalty kill percentage. It got better. All right. So making the change to not having Ovechkin and who else? I think it was Eriksson or Stastny or Backstrom on the penalty kill actually did help it out a little bit. All right. So we actually did get better as the season went on. Even though that horrible streak at the end almost cost us the season, we're still okay. We're still okay, all right? So we're in the playoffs, and anything can happen once we're in the playoffs. And we got a good Ovechkin-Crosby battle here. All right, let's see how our forwards did during the regular season. All right, so Ovechkin, he turned it around. He earned his $9.5 million this year. Almost a 50-goal scorer. Probably would have been 50 if we just had him on that first line the whole year, all right? 82 games played, 87 points, 47 goals, 40 assists. Thank you, Ovechkin, for the stellar year. Backstrom, only 67 points. Could be a bit better, but it's pretty good. 70 points and up for a first liner is great, and he's 3 points short of it, so it's fine. Ribeiro, 67 on the second line. He was definitely worth it. Louis Eriksson, 57. Decent. Probably will go up next year when he gets first line duties from the beginning. Paul Stastny, what was I saying? He had to get at least 50 for a second liner, all right, and he did. He's basically our Joe Pavelski. 50 points for a second line center is more than enough. I'm fine with that. Brooks like 40, Johansson 28, so he had some points there, all right. Not really any depth goal scoring. Defenseman, Carlson 32, Barker 29, Green 29, Alsner 24, Hammerlick 13, and Schultz 11, all right. And then goalies. Now, we got a goalie controversy here, boys. I'm going to put it to you guys. Who should we go into the playoffs with as our starting goalie? I mean, Holtby ended the year, but technically that last game against Tampa Bay, we lost, right? So it's not like he ran the table. He gave us a win against Carolina and Pittsburgh, all right? But that's about it. Neuwirth had more games played, but Holtby had the better goals against average, all right? Neuwirth was 22 and 23. Holtby was 17 and 11, all right? And save percentage, Neuwirth had the better save percentage. So we got two goalies here who I honestly do not know who I would want to go with. I mean, Neuwirth has played more, but his record, 22 and 23, I mean, he really he stumbled there when we needed him. And we put Holtby in, and he, once we said Holtby was only getting one loss, it seemed like Holtby turned it on. So, you know what? This GM mode commentary, 26 minutes long. It's going pretty long. I'm just going to leave it right here. I'm going to leave it with you guys. Going into the playoffs, round one, who should it be? Holtby or Neuwirth? I'll leave it to you guys.